Hi and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. These are the inverts. Today's video is all about enclosures. So Natalie over there hand makes these bespoke enclosures, and she gave me one at the Western Invert Show. So we're going to do a little review on it. We're going to take a look on it. We're going to set it up. So what we're going to do is have a very quick look at it to start with, set it up, and then we'll have a little talk at the end and give it a review. Anyway guys, let's go and check it out. So this is the Enclosures enclosure. It is 10 centimeters tall by around 25 centimeters. Wooden around the edges with the plastic for glass. Absolutely awesome. All those pieces of timber around the edges are treated. I could not find any sticky out bits or anywhere where you could catch yourself or anything like that. It's all sanded down perfectly, and all those seams look pretty good. The silicone and everything that she uses, or the glue that she uses, there is no residue or anything like that. But just look how that opens. It's like a puzzle box. The glass, or the plastic, sorry, runs down the two runners at the sides and then slots in one at the back as well. You're going to need a very, 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 very strong invert if you're thinking that one could open it. I highly doubt it, to be honest. So this enclosure is going to have isopods in it. So we're going in with a thin layer of Levington's topsoil. I really like that soil. Really gives the vegetation something to munch on. But that's what we're putting in here is your Cubarius Panda King. So all the way from Vietnam caves. And this is bird grit. This is £2 a kilogram out of Wilkinson's. Really, really cheap. And it contains flint, limestone, crushed cockle shell and crushed oyster shell, which means it's got tons and tons and tons of calcium in there from a couple of different sources. And our Cubarius Panda Kings are going to absolutely love that. Bit of super slow-mo of the pouring in of the bird grit. Again, it's only £2 out of Wilco's. Go grab yourself a kilogram. What I've done there is made that area up in that left. I'm going to keep that left-hand corner completely dry. Now, don't put fruits in there because fruits attract fruit flies and it can slow down our isopods breeding. That's actually been scientifically proven now. So what we're going to be doing is putting sweet potatoes on there, or carrots, that type of thing. Whitewood. Crumble it up, put it all over the top of the soil so our isopods can have a little bit of a munch on that as well as. And what I do is I kind of mix a little bit in so it's not just purely on the top of the surface. So if they burrow down, they can have some in their little burrows as well. Now the moss that I'm putting in here is all on pieces of bark which I've took from out the forest floor. That's because the isopods themselves will go underneath this bark, and that's where they will be for the majority of the time. It's underneath the bark. If I'd have put moss there, they wouldn't have had that opportunity, and they like those small tight spaces to kind of live together communally, breed and all the rest of it. So under that bark, plus they will go arboreal. So with them being such a small isopod or crustacean, we don't need to be doing a massively tall enclosure. As long as they can get off the floor, that's perfect. When they're off the floor, that's where they will also lay their babies. Now we're going in now with a seed pod just to make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing for ourselves, and again somewhere for those isopods to climb up and have their babies. This is baby chicken crumb I'm putting in. To stop this going mouldy, I'm going to put it onto the calcium corner. I'm going to put it up there because no water is going to actually go over there at all. What I'm going to do is keep the top right hand corner where the moss is quite moist, and the rest of it kind of a very light humid. We're going in now with some oak leaves and some other hardwood leaves. These are really important because again they're very natural. They're very natural food source for the isopods, and they will absolutely love them. We do have to keep checking in on those leaves because as soon as they're stripped back we can change them out, but be very careful. Isopod babies are really, really tiny, so if you're taking the old leaves out, make sure there is none on there. And some pieces of twig again from off the forest floor. We're covered in lichen. Just look at that. The lichen, I am just like, it's literally Mother Nature's artwork right on a twig. Unfortunately, again, it's another food source for our isopods. So no matter how much I think that's beautiful, it's going to disappear over the next 6 months when the Panda Kings eat it off. Another twig now, going in with, again, more lichen. Why not? Let's put a little bit extra in, and then it'll, hopefully, you never know, might even grow a little bit while they're munching off on the other one. But just look, I mean, that is just stunning. That's like ×6 magnification, but that lichen is just, oh, it's almost beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's such a shame that the isopods are going to be munching it off, but I prefer the isopods over the lichen if it push come to shove. So we put that in there as well. Again, just creating also tons and tons of hiding places between the soil and whatever we've put on top. Cuttlefish from Camp Farm shop, that's right near us. I think it was £3.75 for a full piece. That's going to last me months. So I took a little bit of it off. I'm going to put a couple of little chunks in and around, and then I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit in there again. Again, more calcium. These guys do live in a high calcium environment, so we're going to put extra calcium in, because one side of the tank to the other is only a short distance for us, but it's going to be a huge distance for a very, very small isopod. So if we've got a calcium here, there and everywhere, as well as food sources all over the shop, it gives them a little bit better chance of finding these things as well. When I was keeping the first colony of these of 10, because we bought some at the show off 8-Legged Emporium, we actually noticed that they did a lot of their toiletries on the calcium, but this is the finished product. A bit later on, once I start filming, I have put a piece of carrot down in that corner, and they did go absolutely crazy for it. Absolutely awesome. Let me know what you think of the setup down below. Let me know if you think there's any improvements that I need to do, if there's any other guidelines that you would have added to species Panda Kings. That would be absolutely fantastic. So let's play a little bit of music. I haven't filmed putting them all in because it took me absolutely hours.
Sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
Boom! So that was the setup. Obviously we've put those beautiful Panda Kings in that enclosure. I absolutely love it. It to me, the whole look of it, the feel of it, very, very fresh, very, very, very nice. It comes in different colours and all the rest of it. You have the Enclosure logo on the top. The air holes, I know what you're thinking. There might not be enough, there could be too many. Well, the thing is, because it's made out of the plastic, this is what I was thinking too, right? And I kind of thought, hold on a minute, let's not say something negative about it, because it's actually really positive. So there's only a few air holes going around, so that enclosure is perfect for high humidity species. If you wanted to modify that, customise it to your own air hole requirements, you can do simply by just drilling some extra holes around the sides, which I thought was pretty cool, because if it's already got those extra holes around the sides, keeping the high humidity is going to be a bit of an issue for yourself, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of thinking, actually, it's a pretty good idea, because if I want to write Scott's inverts down little holes down the side, I can do that or whatever, but I think that's not too bad. The craftsmanship that's got into it I think is really good. What we will have to do is, if you guys can also remind me around Christmas time, I want to come back to this enclosure to make sure all the glues and the sealants have all held together, and to make sure that timber is still in perfect condition. I'm pretty confident it's going to be. The edges where they all meet up are perfect. You cannot fault that at all. All the joins are brilliant. Where it slides in and it goes across the other one, there is literally no space. I know I didn't show it in the video, but there is no gap there whatsoever, so anything you put in there cannot get back out of that. She also does lock designs, so if you've got an invert that you wouldn't mind keeping under lock and key, you can order one of those. And if, especially, you know, if you guys, I know some of you guys have got DWA licenses and stuff like that, you know, you can lock some of these enclosures as well. Really simple. The designs that she's got are epic. I went and spent a little bit of time with them at the invert show, so I spoke to Natalie and her husband. Just an amazing couple. Again, just two more absolute gems in this community. Really nice people. I only had about 10 minutes with them, but they literally make you feel like you're part of the family just instantly. Really nice. So even if you're not buying an enclosure, just go and say hello, just say Scott's Inverts sent me, let's have a chat. They do also do spiders, they do mystery boxes. I don't want to spoil the names of the mystery boxes or anything like that, because the way their website is set up, the wording is completely different to what you'd expect, but it's really fresh. It's really nice, and like I said, it is very refreshing to read. A sale website, if you like, put to you in slightly different way. I know that sounds really dodgy. Just go and have a look. I'll put the links down in the description. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate all your support. If you want to support the channel a little bit further, there's a blue join button where you click that and you can become a channel member. 15% off at Spar Spiders, and then you get live streams which are for channel members only, and there's a couple of little other posts that I put up for channel members as well. But if you want to really support the channel, then drop this video a like or a dislike and pop it a share it to your granny, share it to your milkman, the postman, share it in the reptile shop, wherever you want to do. Just drop it a share, because that is the biggest support you could possibly do for myself and this channel, and it's because of you guys that we do so much. We've also now obviously going into another series, or a series, sorry, for new startup people. So these videos are coming out on a Saturday, not every Saturday, not every other Saturday, just as and when I kind of think, yeah, I'll do them. Well, it's more of a case of when I've got time, to be honest, to actually produce them. But these videos are going to be set out for people that are either thinking about getting in the hobby, maybe they've only just bought a spider, or they're looking for a specific kind of spider, or they want a specific type of setup. I'm going to do stuff that's very basic and very easy to follow. We've just done one last Saturday, which was literally a humid arboreal setup. So we didn't really focus on the spider that we put in there. It was more about the enclosure and the thoughts kind of why we're putting moss in and other bits and bobs for that enclosure. So if you know anybody that's new to the hobby, check those out on a Saturday, drop them the link. If you guys that have been around kind of a little bit longer, got a little bit of experience behind you, if you could go to those videos as well as and drop a comment down below on those videos and maybe go into a little bit of extra added detail to what I've done in the video. If you could give some more hints and tips to those new guys, that would be absolutely amazing. This community is not about holding secrets, it's about sharing the knowledge, sharing what we got, and sharing what we do, whether that's, you know, terrestrial, arboreal, fossorial, centipedes, moths, whatever it is. We just want to share that information, and I for one need you guys sharing it with me too, because I like to learn, I like to see new stuff, new ways of doing things, because we can't stay just doing the same thing for years and years and years, where in nature it's slightly different. So if we make one small improvement, it then improves a whole hobby. But yeah, anyway, I could rub it on about that all day. Enclosures, please go check them out. Natalie is absolutely amazing and has got some amazing ideas. Her website is just going to explode in the next couple of months with some phenomenal ideas, so please go check out her. She's also on Facebook, so again, I'll put those links downstairs in the description, so pop down there, go check those out. And I'll promise I'm going to stop waffling now. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, we shall see you again on the next one.